Hello everybody, this is your girl Matepo with another installment with Hope with Matepo. I wanted to twist things up a little bit and just talk about the real things that affect society, that affects South Africa as a whole. So bear with me, alright? It's gonna be a bumpy one. And please don't judge me, it's just my views, okay? It's just my views. Doesn't change who I am. And worship you, oh, be lifted, her powerful other God. We lay our crowns and worship. I just watched Serafina and I'm shattered inside. Oh, hi guys, hi. It's Go Matepo, another installment with Hope with Matepo. But I want to just twist things up a bit, right? I'm shattered inside. I just finished watching Serafina and it touched me in such a way that I'm trying to imagine with the Israelites and the Egyptians when they were slaves to the Egyptians, how they felt. Because yes, we are free. Yes, Mandela freed us. Yes, apartheid. Yes, we are no longer there. But let's discuss economy inequalities. Let's discuss exclusions. Let's discuss the inflation rate. Let's discuss all the things. It pains me when I feel walking into a store and having to buy just the basics because you can't afford the luxury anymore. And every single day you wake up and you go to work and you still have to deal with the toxicity at work. You still have to deal with constantly having to put a smile on your face, even though you know the ails and the ills of society. You know there's so much going on. You know the exclusions. You know that everything is so hard. It's literally we are being oppressed as black people. We are economically being oppressed. But who's speaking about it? Nobody. And I'm speaking to the middle class. I'm literally speaking to the middle class because we feeling it. We carrying the taxes, we paying our pay as you earn, we trying to hustle, we trying to find our ways, we trying to find ways, we trying to get second streams of income, and we are constantly plugging each other in. We are constantly plugging and plugging. But in the same way, we actually destroying our country in the same way with the plugs that we are giving each other. Zako Dragon City, Zako Topong, because those people don't pay taxes. They don't pay taxes. And unfortunately, this is the truth, and I think we are not ready to hear the truth. And we are responsible for the state our country is in, middle class. Because we want to fit in so much, right? But I understand we want to save a bag. So if Mina going to Dragon City, myself included, Mina, I'm the king of blacks when it comes to Dragon City, the queen. But what is that contributing to our country? It's brought human trafficking into our country. It's brought us being sold fake foods, as our mothers and our grannies staying in the townships eating fake food because they can't walk into Checkers. They can't walk into Pick and Pay. So they rely on the Somalians to sell them the fake food. But we contributed to that industry because we didn't develop backwards. We didn't develop back into our communities. We ran out of our communities so fast and we came and stayed in the suburbs that is squeezing us. It's squeezing us. It's squeezing us so bad because we want to fit in. The exclusion is so hard and it's so painful. And I pray that God can send our Moses now, because Baba's Katele, it's hard. Like just buying electricity for a month. And now the exclusion has got so bad for us middle class. We can't stay in areas like your Winchesters. We can't stay in areas like your Albertons, like your Personias, because you need to earn an arm and a leg, and we are being oppressed in our jobs that we work. And funny enough, the people that are oppressing are people with the same skin colors as. I want to be so upfront. I want to say so much, but I don't want to come off racist. But I was reminded yesterday that in my matric year, I fought at my school for inclusion. We wrote a letter to Kara Asmal back then, and we actually faxed it to the Department of Education because we felt like we were not fairly treated because we were black students. You know, so are we always going to have to fight to be included into places? Why can't we go and fix our homes? We've been moved out of. I pray my dad never moved to Joburg. I pray Guti, I had a home in Makaya. I wasn't going to come to Joburg. I seriously wasn't going to come to Joburg. I would have stayed in Makaya, build a home, come to Joburg, or just reinvest back into my community. People laugh at me. I go to the private hospital for Soweto. I go to doctors in Soweto and I give back to the doctors that's also part of the exclusion. And not that I'm saying I'm being racist. I don't want you to understand that I'm being racist. It's because we are reinvesting back into our communities. The fact that there's a private hospital, Soweto, means it's employing abantu base-Soweto. People are earning a salary. And the more I go and I spend 40,000 rand at that hospital with my medical aid, which means I'm creating jobs for people in Soweto. If I leave and I go and buy Ikroza, Soweto, that is what Zuma was trying to do. And now I 100% understand why Zuma is being like, they are trying to oppress that old man so much. But I understand why. At that time, I didn't understand. Now I think I also joined the wagon, was like, Zuma must go. But Zuma, everything, it was narrated by a specific people. That was the story they wanted us to know, that this is what Zuma's doing, and that is how Zuma is doing things, and. But what really, really, really went on behind closed doors, we don't know. We were told what we were told. That was the narrative that was being proved, and that was the narrative that was shared with us, that Zuma is corrupted, Zuma is doing this. But now Zuma is gone. Now we've got Ramaphosa. What is Ramaphosa doing for the black people? Less than 2,000, having to put food on the table, having to pay for water and electricity. We're struggling. We're feeling it. You're feeling the pinch. You know, when you're going to Checkers, or you're going to Pick and Pay, or you're going to ShopRite, and thank God for shops like ShopRite. Thank God for shops like ShopRite. Thank God for shops like ShopRite that actually think that, and then for the USAFEs, because if the USAFE gets to dominate in the townships, our parents will stop eating fake foods. And it will be contributing towards our GDP. It will be contributing towards job creation. When I want to go to a restaurant, believe you me, believe you me, 1947, quality, amazing. Support black business, guys. Support black business. Support it. Give it your all and see what happens when you are feeding back into your thingies. I like how the Jews do. They support Jewish businesses. Muslims, same thing. They support each other's businesses. But what are we doing as black people? We take our monies and we take it to all these other places instead of reinvesting back into our country, into our communities where we come from. And Soweto has I'm going to speak like I don't come from Soweto. My husband was born in Soweto. I come from Pretoria. But at Ridgeville had a technical college. Next to Ridgeville, we had a technical college. We have, and in Ridgeville, lawyer, and they're not leaving Komaha. They don't leave their homes. At Ridgeville in the guys. At Ridgeville's houses are like, you can literally go and put it next to the houses in Sainton or in Northcliffe or wherever, because people reinvested in their communities. And the only part that's killing our communities is the fact that we've got the Somalian general dealer has fallen because Umkulu cannot fight, because the Somalians have started, they've joined in groups, and when they go and stock, they stock in groups. And when they saw, no, but black people are buying us, then they started selling our aunties and our grandmothers fake food. But imagine if we had that kind of society, could you say, no, let's support Uncle James that's selling at the tuck shop. Let's support Prasipo that's selling. Let's support Banbani, and then we create a community, and we this thing of pull each other down should come down, because if we are encouraging each other and we join our society. So like black people have actually mastered this thing of societies. That's why the banks are now falling and coming into line and creating society accounts and what, because they see it works for us black people. It works for the taxi association. It works for the hustlers, the entrepreneurs. It works for them. I said the one day I was at Dragon City, spoke to some Zulu lady, so Zulu auntie, she does hair, and she says, you know what we do? Every day, every week, Saholisan. Every day you save 100 rand Monday, Tuesday 200, Wednesday 300, Thursday 400, 500, Friday, 600 Thursday, Saturday, Sunday 700. So you've saved 1.4 for that week. And then by 20 something, about 20 of them, then like you give somebody that 1.4 multiplied by 20 to that one person to go and stock. They do that every single week. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? And that's how they are able to keep on buying hair. That's how they are able to do what they are doing. And that's how they're able to keep their business going. But the same thing as I'm saying, we are going to Dragon City because it's cheaper. It's what we can afford. But in the long run, we're messing up the country. But the country is not thinking of us as South Africans. It's not thinking of us. That like it's not thinking, because they're not paying for, there's no import and export taxes being paid. And I stand to be corrected, but I know there's no import and export taxes being paid, which will go towards our country. And I understand people get tired and people find a different way of doing crime, because you feel like we're paying taxes but nobody's doing anything to it. But the country is becoming empty. We're supporting, like, listen to guys. Oh, there's so much going on in this country that makes me so upset, and I don't want to get upset. I just want to trust in God and just trust that our Moses is on the way. But as South Africans, we have brains. We went to school. We have, like, Limpopo on its own. Limpopo on its own can actually start their own little farmlands and start reinvesting in Limpopo instead of coming to stay ePekrumnyaga Kokbanban, Soweto, or eTembisa, or eGupi, and just reinvest back into their communities. Because I mean, if an accountant, a lawyer, and whoever decided to build a shopping center, they're going to be employing abantu baselimpopo, abantu baselikasi. But what kills us as black people, it's witchcraft. What kills us as black people, it's hatred for ourselves. We don't love our own black people. We think, oh, and that is what destroys us. So if we take all that energy and we encourage each other, we push each other, and we you know, when you watch Sarafina, you actually feel like, yo, these people really sacrifice so much. My dad was a cop during those times. And I know the stories. He told me all the stories. And it was so, there was a time at the age of 3, we had to be escorted by Ama soldiers to get us out of Alexandra and into safety, because our lives were in danger. My dad fought as well for this country. And he became, as Sarafina says to her mom, you are actually my hero. Daddy did what he had to do. to work and to show and to force himself into an area where he was not wanted, where his own people didn't appreciate him being there. But now there's more black police officers than there's whites. It's because of they went in there and they went to try and change things within. But now it's our own people that is not protecting us, that is taking money from the very same people that's selling fake food to our grandmothers, to our grandfathers, to our children. What are we going to do in South Africa, guys? What are we doing in South Africa? What are we going to do? We can discuss about the ills of South Africa. We can discuss about the wrongs. But what are we doing? What are we going to do? What are we going to speak? Let's not complain. Let's be proactive. There's lots of platforms that support entrepreneurs. There's lots of platforms. The TikToks, people are constantly plugging you. Oh, plug here, plug there, plug this, plug this. And I love, what's her name? Refilwe from Moja Love. I don't know what her surname is. I love the fact that she's going to all these different restaurants and she's constantly posting them on her page and showing us their prices and their food, because that sale, that one person that looks at it and goes and supports that business is putting bread on the table for that business owner, because already we are being pushed out of the suburbs. So we need to go back into our communities and actually reinvest back into our communities. Because if that business becomes a success, guess who's it going to hire? It's going to hire your neighbor. It's going to hire your son. It's going to hire your daughter. Your daughter that studied marketing can actually go and market that business very well. Your daughter that studied accounting can go and do the books for that business. Your daughter or your child or your son that went to study agriculture can go and say, no, man, let's buy a land and we start harvesting our own vegetables. And then we don't have to fight for give us back our land. We don't have to fight because we are taking it back. But we're taking it back piece by piece. And that's what we need to do. That's a revolution that we need to do. Let's start a revolution for ourselves. Because nobody's going to give it to us. We need to take it. You went to school, you studied, you've got a brain, and you trust in the higher power. You trust in God and you trust in your creator. So God, the idea that you have, it's not your own idea. It's because God is trying to change things. He's trying to change things. And that's what we need to do. We don't have to go sema etropeni sofuna umsebenzi, guys. As phandukenza umsebenzi ekasi. As pushing, our brothers are panel beaters, our brothers are mechanics, our brothers are trying, guys. They're trying hard. They're buying tow trucks, but they are there's exclusion going on. They're being forced out of these things. Let's go and own our own insurance company and hire our own brothers' tow truck and go and support our own brothers' panel beating shops. Because how many people have cars at Ekas? How many people, a household has 2 or 3 cars? But imagine if all those 2 or 3 cars goes and services their cars. I love, guys. Soweto is my inspiration. Soweto has VW. Soweto has Maponya. Thank you to people like Robert Maponya. Ra leboga papa. Ra leboga. May your soul rest in eternal peace. We thank you. We are grateful for people that have built Dobsonville Shopping Center. We are grateful for such people. We are grateful for people that has created Botembisa Mall. We are grateful for people that has done Etlane Mall. We are grateful for people that has done Bohamanskral something. The mall because by creating, and that was Zuma's idea. Zuma's idea was like, okay, we've got so much land, let's develop this land, let's build shopping centers, because in that shopping center we're gonna hire the people that stay in that shopping center, that stay in that area, and when they get paid, where they're gonna go and spend their money? In the very same thing, which means the brand is gonna be circulating, the money will be circulating in that community, and that community will start being able to take care of themselves, and they don't need any funding from a government because the money is rotating within the community. But then you have people like your VPS that goes and, you see, that's our problem as Black people. We don't want to wait. We want to get rich quick. There's no get rich quick schemes, guys. Work hard. Consistency and dedication equals success. 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. We all have the light, and thank you to Thomas Alpha Edison, because he said it. He said success equals 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. Can we perspire? Can we perspire? Can we perspire? We've taken our kids we should have taught our kids agriculture, but unfortunately our parents wanted to be part of. We went and studied accounting. We went and still kunama gatekeepers, still they're gatekeepers gatekeepers. So what are we doing as black people? Like, we have accolades. We saw graduation season was going on. How many of our brothers and sisters were posting themselves in their graduation gowns? And somebody even posted and said, bazohlala ekhaya ngama certificate. Guys, come on, we gotta take it back. We are worker bees. We gotta take it back. We saw our mothers and fathers working. Umama asebenza kitchen and she still took you to school. She still got you that degree. Your mom selling tamatis and you still got a degree. So we are worker bees. We know what is hard work. Let's go and get it. Let's go and get the money for ourselves. Let's get the money for ourselves. Let's contribute to the GDP of this country. Let's contribute to the taxes of this country. And once we know that we are doing the right things, then we can fight the government for not doing the right things. Because now we can't really fight because we know nami ithenga madala side, nami ngenza madala side. So it becomes a problem. But if we all become right and we all do things right, then we can start. We have a voice. Because once you have money in your pocket, you have a voice. Especially Mali, because look at poor Sam, that guy that had so many trucks. The moment he exposed himself, they went to investigate him. What is that guy that did something, got locked down, bought the Porsches and he posted it? Where is he now? So, if you get your money right, even if they come for you, they can't take it. Because you got it right. You got it right. You got it the right way. Let's empower our black people. We have children. I like that guy that does that coffee, whatever thing was the case. And he also talks about let's reinvest back into Gazi. I'm with him. I think we are waking up. Finally, we are smelling the coffee and we are waking up. There's so many areas that we are not even. Imagine if my friend owns a farm, right? So what she does for the operational costs, she allows us to buy like a piglet or buy a portion of a cow. And that is for her to run her operational cost. And that's like an investment to her business. And then after a couple of months, I think 6 or 8 or 12 months, you get like return on your investment. And you can decide to reinvest. And, in the long run, you're helping her to stay afloat. So if you imagine if you all can have that idea and start, food security is what we need right now as South Africans. We need to get back the food manufacturing back to us. Back to us, back to us, back to us. Babatwang Limpopo, go back to Limpopo. Now I don't know how am I going to fight to get land in Limpopo because my dad is no longer around. I don't even know when Limpopo my dad is from. I know he's from Guyana, but don't know which part of Guyana he's from. So Liena Ukunyileki Josie, the lights, City of the Lights. My mom is from Kimberley. I mean, my husband is from KZN. So it's something that we should really look at it. Go back home, get a piece of land, cultivate the land. Food security. And once we get big, we build our own shopping centers and we buy from our own local farmers. If I have a Pick and Pay, I'm going to buy from my own local farmer. When the whole egg thing was so exorbitant, the black people still had eggs. These black farmers still had eggs. You could still get eggs from black farmers. So I'm just saying, let's be positive. Let's go out there and take back what belongs to us. I mean, we can't say Bo Mandela fought for nothing. Bo Winnie Mandela. Let's do it for Winnie, guys. Let's do it for Winnie Mandela. Aluta continua. Like, our kids have to fight for everything. We are fighting for school fees. We are fighting for, guys, we are fighting for a lot of things. Nobody's saying anything. Escom has gone up 5 times. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just quiet. Water has gone up. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just quiet. You can't even drink the water because you're scared there's going to be some poison in the water. We're buying our own bottled waters because we're scared of drinking the tap water because your stomach runs. So guys, let's take back our country, man. Oh, so yeah. But anyway, love you all. I had to twist it around today, we are wearing crowns. We are crowned by glory and honor. Don't be a dishonorable member of society. Be an honorable member of the kingdom of God. Once you get that right, you'll be an honorable member of a country and you will invest back into your country. Love you all. Bye. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you will be the change that you want in society. You bring the change that you want in society, that you want to see in society. We need to be for justice because we serve a God that is full of justice. And yeah, we need to stand together. We gotta unite. Let's unite as South Africans, as Africans, and bring the change in our continent that we so deeply desire. Let's be the Moseses and in our lives and allow God to change things because He said He's already overcome the world. Let's overcome the injustice, the inequality. Let's do it, man. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And this is your girl, Matsepo. And I was really hurt and touched by the Sarafina movie and the Winnie Mandela movie. So I hope that also this video will evoke some sort of emotion in you to actually stand up and do what is right. Do what is right. Love you all. Bye, guys.